Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik, and this is a game War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. This is my play-by-email match against Deaniks. He's a Japanese commander, and for me it is the Empire of... No, for me it is the Allies. Yo. Good. One base at Luzon. Change owner for the Japanese. One Japanese submarine is in shallow water, opportunity to attack, but of course, no. Not this early on, troopers are too weak. And this is one of my scout patrol aircraft, patrol ship, more or less. I keep it to Lagi to get an early warning about enemy presence, and here's enemy cruiser formation, hunting for ships. So it's too long. So I know 4 enemy heavy cruisers are not far off the coast of Australia. This is my S-boat, S-35, attacking here AMC with some troops on board. And shallow water, American Mark 14s, not working. And the death of my thousands mini cargo ships are still ongoing. Same situation, shallow water, but the crews of this escort ships are still too weak. I need some time to reach maximum experience. For destroyers, I think it's always 55 day and night without combat, and everything else is in combat experience. Sweeping Singapore, Hong Kong. I still don't want fight enemy fighters, and the flag of Hong Kong can kill 1 elf. Damage some other aircraft. I'm waiting that I can easily airstrikes at my base, and then I try to intercept. But I really don't want to take on a pure dogfight. Not so early with this not so well trained aircraft crew. Only downside is that I really don't strike back, not this time, not so early. But I wait for the opportunity. It's not that I run away. I also don't throw away my stuff. I'm waiting for the right moment to strike. I hope I can find it or not to miss the timing. I also still try to push small ships to Mindanao, so every ton of supply can arrive Mindanao or Luzon will help me in the long run. Problem is really that it's a very risky operation. And one 250 kilogram bomb is often for light cargo ship enough. So, Georgetown, losing here, Harbor Defense Motor Launcher. Okay. And here my Kingfisher is going out, but unluckily they're going out for Fuso. That is of course not the target you should attack. Yeah, it was an attempt to maybe find some cargo ships at Miri or Brunei or something. Unloading, loading with fuel. Yeah. But only one airframe and maybe a pilot. But S-35 harasses this AMC once more. One more small, short torpedo. But not enough to sink this AMC. Too heavy build. Next bombardment of Hong Kong, still under siege. But my units are very thin. The line is nearly broken. And this is the block force kicked out of the main rail. Okay. The tracks are open now. Johor Bahru. I try to reach Singapore. I can hold today. There was still fort level. The Japanese lost the regiment disabled. That is good. But I still must reach Singapore. Tja. It's still more or less like the Allies are the punching bag. My Dutch Air Force is useless and I must train them. The British Air Force is maybe okay, but I don't have the right airframes. And the Americans, they're too far away to do anything. Good, see you soon. So, air losses was not really great on both sides. 5 for the Japanese, mostly I think flak direct kill or damaged by flak and then lost by operational. And for me it was similar. One Kingfisher gets killed directly by a flak hit from Fuso and the Catalina ops losses. Small ships still going down, but all of them are not important. I was able to heavily damage the AMC, but I think it's also not enough to really get rid of it. Would be nice, but not possible. So only to update this, Enterprise is still going east or back to the west coast of California. I think out of range of any danger, but need some time because flotation damage will slow down the cruise speed. And a lot of stuff is forming up at the east coast, west coast. I don't really need to explain this every day. I also try to build up here Christmas Island, simply because Christmas Island is important. We couldn't get the airfield of 5 here easily, I mean at least cheap. And then you can fly 35 to Pearl Harbor. Means you make maybe first the jump in 34, yeah. And 34 is normally the range. Let me check. No, not this one, not this one. Ah, yeah, here. So here this is the Mitchells. You can fly 47 even with them. And I don't know if we have a B-26 now. No. Maybe one here. I can check it here. A Mitchell, a Marauder. Marauder can make 47. So anyway, you can fly all twin engine or 4 engine bombers, then from Pearl Harbor to normally Christmas Island. And then from Christmas Island you can fly them to Pago Pago, more or less the same distance. And then it's to Nomaya or from Suva, and then from Suva for Australia. But this means you don't must ship anything. So maybe fighters is, I'm not so sure. There's maybe other possibilities to run fighters in. Let me check. So 21, this is of course not a frontline fighter. No, I have no frontline fighter here. I call them all out with drop tank 26. 26 is not enough. 26 would be enough to, Palmaria. Then maybe Canton Island. And then Pago. This is also possible, so you can, at least you can fly a lot of air wings, but you need, I think, Canton Island. Anyway, that is over now. Still building up. East coast of Australia looks fine. No enemy here. There was an enemy formation. I can still see them here. But this is AMC stuff. And I don't know if it was the same AMC I hit or twice the same. The Tulagi was an enemy cruiser formation, so something is nearby. Okay. But they're still running my ships to Rabaul and try to pick up what is possible and try to save what I can get out of this. The base force is not much left. I can normally airlift this. What I cannot airlift is normally, I think, this motor support. I think this is too heavy. These are trucks. And I need cargo ships to do this job. But so long the enemy, the Japanese are here and the Japanese are here. But so far they are not in Rabaul. So I can prepare a little more. Darwin, also nothing special here. Dutch East Indies looks fine. Java is building up. I try to organize here some stuff. There was an attempt for me to hit here maybe some tankers or cargo ships, but I find here only this battleship group. My heavy battleship formation is still here forming up in Singapore, repairing still the light cruiser. So I need 5 days to fix the American light cruiser, the Omar class cruiser. And then I could departure direction of Java, I would say. At the same time, I try to get my submarines in a position, but we will see. And this is enemy carriers, their departure. So they are maybe back to, maybe they will try to reach Hong Kong, because Hong Kong will fall soon. Then they can rearm torpedoes there. So now you can say 1 to maybe 3 days, Hong Kong fall, clear the mines, 5, 6, 7. So I would say the carriers will not be back in less than a week. So in Burma, still building up Rangoon, so I will fight for Rangoon, why not? I have here the engineers. And Rangoon is also a double terrain city. India is still building up. Everything is fine. Hermes is also nearly finished. Tomorrow I can send Hermes back to Colombo. And then I have here 2 torpedo wings, torpedo bombers. I can reform with Hermes, so I can make out of this 12 a 22 air wing. And this air wing is normally not capable to run on carriers, but I can more or less very cheaply send it to Madras. And here I can reform them to Swordfish. Upgrade, yes. And now it's a carrier capable aircraft, and then I send it to Hermes, and then I can reform this air wing to 22, and I have a little stronger, bigger air wings to run any missions. Good. And my fighter force at Singapore is still Buffaloes. Blenheims, Hurricane 2Bs, these are the best one I have here, Buffaloes. And if you check the Buffalo, not the Buffalo, this one. I would say the biggest problem of the Buffaloes early on is normally they're at the same speed like Zero, they have maybe not the maneuver values, but they are armored. They are protected against their small bullets, so the 20mm hits of the zeros will kill it, okay, but the 7.7 maybe less. But the issue is really the pilots. So most of the pilots starting with 40-40. So I try to get them at least to 50-50 before I let them really fight. But it's easy to say and not so easily to manage. Good. I think this is enough for today, nothing else. China is, I would say, not really active in this campaign so far. So I dig in, I fall back, I try to always block this to rails from Shanghai area to Beijing area. That, yeah, it's not easy for the Japanese to move stuff around. Also blocking the highways if it's possible, but if this helped me, I don't know. Wenchao, you can see some French cargo ships arrive here to unload some supplies. So I simply try to get supplies from Hong Kong to Wenchao or here to the French port, because Hong Kong itself is lost case. Goodie, see you next time, take care, bye bye.